Hi, guys. How are you today? Time to talk the Real Housewives of Potomac. So, we're going to talk about last night's part 3 of the reunion. Then we're going to talk about, we're going to go into detail about it too. We're going to talk about how Ascala just dropped the bag all the way around and how, she just probably shouldn't come back next season. There, I said it, people. I said it. We're going to talk about, oh my God, these candles. And we're just going to get into everything. Candiace crying about being a victim of colorism yet again, bringing out more Kleenex. I can't take it, people. I can't take it. So let me go ahead, play my intro, allow more people into the room, and then we'll get right into it. Hi guys, how are you? Hey Perry.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
I forgot to bring you up. Okay, you guys, bad news. Gabor's not going to be with us today. We miss Gabor. Who are you going to argue with, Perry? Because I'm not putting up with your mess.
Say what?
I said, who are you going to argue with today? Because
It'll
I'm
be
not
somebody.
putting up with your mess, huh?
Somebody will come along. What you think?
I don't know. I can't handle it. But anyway, let's go over last night's episode of, first of all, four parts is too long.
Let me close the door. Be right back.
Okay. I can't, people. I can't with the 4 parts. I was pushing it with the 3. Why is Andy Cohen obsessed with stretching this out till we just get sick and tired of the whole damn thing? I mean, 4 parts is too long.
Yeah, we need
it's just
this.
ridiculous. Okay. He is just fiending for ratings. Okay. And people like me are forced to watch it. And I'm gonna watch it anyway because it ties up the whole season. So you got to watch the reunion. But this could have been edited down to 2 reunions, part 1, part 2. And I thought it was going too far with 3, but 4 is just over the top. We're gonna have to start creating some, I don't know, petitions or something like that. It's too long. We can hate on Candiace without Gabor. Oh, we have to really get it in on Candiace today. Escalade should have saved her gas money and stayed at home. She said like 2 words, bye Felicia. Should we start with Escalade? Escalade wasn't even supposed to be at the damn reunion. And I don't know if you guys. What's that?
I said, and shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. Oh my God. I don't know if I did a couple videos back. I told you guys that Mia was not going to come to the reunion because she didn't like the way she thought that G was being portrayed. They called her at the umpteenth hour. She came and she really wasn't there long. They edited to make it seem like she was there longer than what she really was. She really wasn't there long at all. I would say probably 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
She was supposed, so this is how the game is played. Sometimes reunions can save people's jobs, okay? Now, she gave us absolutely nothing during the season. Nothing, okay, during the season. And nothing during the reunion. Am I being mean on Escalade?
No, you know what though? You know what though? No, I mean, really, you're not really being mean. But, when people do certain things, there's ownership involved. She got to own what she did do and what she didn't do. And the whole season when she was there, I know it's her first year.
Yeah.
She just mouthed off at Mia about the businesses a couple times. She'll chime in here or there. Yeah. But she haven't did enough to make her own mark. So she can't blame Mia for that.
She can't blame anybody for her nonsense.
Or anybody. Right.
And now, so she tried to come through last night and blame everything on Mia with these whack ass. Hey!
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. My boy's here. We thought we were going to beat up on Candiace today. Before you did it on purpose. You rushed and came to the scene so we can't drag Candiace.
Could y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you.
Okay, because I'm at the shop right now. I can hear y'all good.
Did you call in just so we couldn't drag Candiace?
No. I mean, we can dress up for a little bit, but we ain't gonna do too much.
You can't, because you said, they get ready to go in on Candiace, which we have every right to go in on Candiace.
Oh, if we're gonna go in on Candiace, we can go in on some other people too.
Well, no, I agree with that because we need to go in on Wendy too. You know,
no. You name somebody, but you missing the big person. We got to go in on the grand dame of lies.
Oh wow!
Okay,
really?
Deborah. Okay.
Let's start where we all can go in on, and that's Escalade. Okay.
Oh, Andy told her, baby, you don't got no business in this. Here's your papers, baby. You are dismissed. Why was she there? Why was she there?
Did you see that?
Why even waste your time?
I don't know, but she sat down for a few minutes and then she chimed in off. I think it was. I think she chimed. Yeah, no, it was Candiace and Mia. So she chimed in on that, and then Andy looked and said, "No, that's not good enough. I need you to go ahead. Next commercial break, go back to the powder room." You know what I'm saying?
Andy gave her walking papers. Andy gave her walking papers.
He really did.
Yeah, he did.
Did y'all catch this when Mia said, y'all brought her all the way here to say them 2 sentences? It was apparent. Don't nobody want to escalate around. We really don't. You had your chance. You tried to go in on Mia. You consistently was up Candiace's ass. She did not make a splash, not even a little speak. At all. We know as much about her now as we do when she came.
Right. Well, Mia told us that she live in a townhouse.
Who said that? That was
that she live in a townhouse.
Who dropped that news? Was it Mia?
Mia did on Twitter, but let's lie for Mia because she's known for lying. Her social media manager. That she been known for 20 years. But you see, Mia just ain't no good because why are you paying a social media manager? So you just got so much money where you can just give people jobs. But she didn't give your mama no job.
Damn manager. She ain't got no damn manager.
Why she didn't give her mama no job? She could have gave it to her mama. So her mama wouldn't be over there watching her sister's kids. But you want her to be the babysitter and babysit so you and G can go out of town.
I want to speak to Escalade really quick so I can get rid of her once and for all. She doesn't deserve to be on the show. She didn't understand the assignment at all. Then she would try to talk trash in these last couple weeks through Twitter. That's too late. It's too late. You got on the stage. You had nothing to say. And then you guys heard about this clothing store that she has. Let me tell you what I heard about it. Okay,
well, when Mia asked her, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
No, when Mia asked her how many businesses she owns, she said several. So she owned a clothing store?
Oh God, if you want to call it that. So she has this online clothing store, okay? But I'm hearing bad things about the clothing store.
Oh,
this is what I'm hearing. Yeah, this is her modeling the clothes. But you know what I heard? I heard that she gets these clothes for China. Let's say she gets this blue dress for $11, and then she marks it up to like $80. Now, I guess is that a smart businesswoman?
I mean, it's smart now the smart part come in. A markup is good if the dresses are selling. If she's selling them for $80 a pop, yes, it's a good move for her.
No, look, this dress right here. She's got to $89. You're not a man. You don't shop online on China. Going to China? Do you?
Well, no, I'm saying it's a good move for her if she's okay. It's a bad business to buy something that you can't sell. If she can sell it for more than what she paid for it, could be good business, but not good for the reputation if the dress don't last but a week.
Right, because those dresses are not made the same. They don't sell anything larger than a large. Most women at least 1X, stuff like that. I'm not like her. I'm not impressed with this. Marking it up to the umpteenth price. I'm so glad to see her gone. I don't think anybody would miss her. Gabor, do you have any nice words to say about her before we kick her off?
$11. You say $11? Well, Gizelle and Candiace, Gizelle and Karen ought to get their money back because what they had on looked less than $11. I mean, if this is $11 in China, they should have went and shopped with them for the reunion.
But don't forget Karen's dress. Karen and Giselle's dress were made by a brand new designer off of Project Runway. Remember that?
Oh, well, they ain't gonna win, baby. They're not gonna win.
Well, you can't. I'm not gonna ruin somebody's self-esteem, good boy. Come on now.
We gotta be, we gotta be real with our dreams now.
Yeah.
Somebody is so messy. Jamal's 100th child. That's so messed up.
Wow.
Karen was stuck in that dress, and it didn't look like they did nothing to the dress. For Gizelle, it looked like they just draped it on there and put a bow on it and said, "Girl, yeah, go hit the runway."
I'm not going there with you, Gabor. I don't want to crush a new designer's dreams.
Baby, we got to be real with people. We got to be real. Are you going to buy it? Would you wear it, Sharrell?
No, I will not.
Okay, that's the whole thing.
I'm not going to dog her out.
Don't fool that designer, make him think that designer going to make it somewhere when nobody's going to buy his clothes. You giving that person a chance to find another career.
Now, Ashley dress looked nice, but they said that Monique's friend Riley Knox made that dress.
She Riley made Robyn's. I believe it was.
Who was that, Gabor?
Oh no, they said that she made Ashley too.
Yeah, and Ashley. Yeah,
yeah.
Listen, I ain't trying to go in on Riley either, but Riley also made Simone's from.
We've seen that. Yeah, we've seen that. It was a total disaster.
Simone must have said something to it. Simone might have traded her a little bit, and she got her back.
That dress was
like she was going to a funeral.
Yeah, okay.
She looked like the Wicked Witch of the East. I mean, Riley got to keep trying. I ain't trying to crush Riley's dreams one day, but you got to keep working in. She also made this horrible dress, this white shirt that Karen made in the confessionals. I wish I had it. I didn't know we was going to talk about Riley today.
Oh, you're talking about with the sheer with the big shoulders and stuff.
Girl, Riley, no.
That was a mess.
That was a mess. I ain't trying to lower anybody's self-esteem, but you need to quit.
Yeah, I mean, that shit look like Huckleberry Finn or something. We got to move on, people.
Okay, is it reasonable or shady to buy an embezzled hat at the gas station for 99 cents?
That's reasonable. You know, if you need something,
that's reasonable. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you need something. You on the go. You got to go get something real quick because your hair messed up. You got to go pick up the kids from school real quick.
Right.
And you ain't got nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what them embellished hats for.
Yeah,
I still want to get Robyn's hat. We tried to get it. I went on today. It still says sold out. Robyn, you are not sold out. Cut it out. Stop it.
Sold out. Yeah, come on now.
Okay, so let's start in with Candiace because Gabor came all the way here. He probably got to leave early, so we got to knock this out. Okay, Candiace. The women went in on Candiace this episode, telling her that her reads are going too far. They cut to the white meat. Okay, as Gabor would say, the white meat. But and she was not having it. Okay,
her reads are paralyzing. I mean, you don't got to go that far for a simple violation, Hall violation.
Give me an example. Just give me an example of the read going too far and cutting to the white meat. Please give me an example.
Calling Ashley a slave.
She didn't call her a slave.
Mia's mom.
Wait. She didn't call Ashley a slave.
He called Michael a slave driver. Who was he driving? Who was driving Ashley?
He said he called her overseer. Okay, that was wrong. Give me another one. Because, Michael called her a criminal. Okay? Now, give me another example of her going
She goes too far on everything. Talking about Mia's mom. Listen.
She didn't talk about Mia's mama. She told Mia. She said that Mia's mama was low budget.
Low budget.
But what she never did was she never related the low budgetness to Mia's mama drug problem. She never did that.
You the only one giving her excuses because last night
I ain't giving her no excuse.
They were saying last night.
I think with this, but with Candiace's whole thing, she's a beautiful black woman that got some talent that can use it. But I think she's gonna get in her own way by acting the way she do.
So listen, let me tell you, let me finish. So remember Andy was saying, well, how's that working out for you last episode? Like, how is it working out how you treat people? I think she's getting on Andy Cohen's nerve. I really think they brought Escalade in to replace her. And I said this way back in one of my first videos, that flopped.
And she was saying
the women coming together to tell her, watch your behavior was a warning sign.
They got to come for the queen.
Don't forget that these women can get vicious, and if they wanted to, they could get Candiace fired. And how could they get Candiace fired? Easily, by refusing to film with her. Ask the girls of Beverly Hills. If they all start saying, we don't want to film with Candiace, she go too far with her reads. Candiace will be out of a job.
I don't think she's going too far. The only reason why Gizelle was saying that is because when Gizelle kept on making fun of Candiace living in her mama's house or whoever was paying for the house, Candiace called Gizelle's house a $900,000 tear down, and it hurt Gizelle. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna talk about me and where I'm staying.
It don't matter what you think.
And you
this is what I'm
that.
saying, Gabor. Them women are getting tired of Candiace.
Know.
And if they decide, and they gave her a light little warning, and she's too immature to catch the warning. All she had to do was say, "Yeah, I don't mean to go that far. I apologize."
I don't think that she's been going. I don't think that she really be going too far. Now, too far for me is calling somebody a drug addict, saying that somebody had an STD. Calling somebody
it don't matter what you think. It don't matter what you think. If you don't get along,
no, I'm asking what we think. What we think. Me, you, and Perry. What me, you, and Perry think. Is somebody saying that your mama is low budget, or is somebody telling you a drug addict, you an alcoholic, you got an STD, and you a broken whore from Hampton University?
They tried to argue on the show.
So UNLV, you because y'all in Vegas, right? UNLV, Sharrell, you a broken whore from UNLV. Could you imagine?
No,
that's the lowest of the low.
I sort of get what you're saying about that part, though. But I think my biggest disconnect would be if you come at me directly, right? Right now, you could call me a low budget. You can do all this, right? Which she didn't, though. She went outside that and talked about her mother, and we know, Gabor, you don't play that, okay? You don't play nobody asking you no
You ain't about to tell me I got no STD and I ain't got no STD.
What's wrong with y'all?
You know what? Certain things, certain attacks, you can take it better if they come directly at me. Don't go at my wife for something.
All this stuff that y'all talking about is irrelevant. Because what we think don't matter. Seriously, Candiace about to lose her job, and she don't see it coming. Whether it hurts Gabor's feelings or not, that don't matter. If it's not rough enough, all that don't matter.
But it has to be another reason. She don't go no lower than Karen.
But
so she don't see
the bigger picture that I'm talking about. You don't see the bigger picture.
Candiace lost her. If she lost her job, would she have a remix? And she'll retitle it. I really want to come back. I really want to. Okay, go ahead.
She got a remix for one of her songs with the dude from 112.
Okay, that's fine. You know what though? No, I'm saying she can do good if she changed.
I just want to argue because I'm trying to tell you,
I don't want to argue.
Losing her job.
I don't want to argue, but I want y'all to admit that what Karen said was vile. That is the lowest of the low.
That is
no.
Okay.
You know what though?
And you was lying. And
they all have said things to each other that's lowest of the low. I would agree with that.
But that was low and it was a lie. Can we admit that? That's all I want.
It was not a lie. It
wasn't a lie.
I don't know about box burner.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
She called her a drug addict and an alcoholic. She called her drug addict and an alcoholic. But
okay.
That she admitted to. She admitted to that.
Wait. She admitted to that. But have they called her the same thing? An alcoholic. They call her alcoholic too, right? They have called her alcoholic.
Karen has a DUI. Karen has a DUI, Perry.
Well, okay, but DUI, do that mean you're alcoholic though?
She called people at night when she drunk.
Oh, that was from a couple seasons ago.
Okay.
I think I remember.
No, she still do that to this. She still do that. They said it this year that she still do that to this day. She has a DUI and she called people at night when they drunk. They called her alcoholic. That is the truth.
Or you got to acknowledge the fact that it's a bigger picture here, and the bigger picture is when your cast members get tired of you. He'll find
out when he be rooting for somebody else.
All I want, I acknowledge the big picture. The girls hating on Candiace and I don't want to film with her because our mouth is lethal. But I just want y'all to admit that Karen go low too.
She does.
All the girls go low.
They all go low.
And that was vile.
That part I agree with them. They all go low. Is what I'm saying.
They said this on the show. They said we all go low, but Candiace go lower than that. And it's bothering us.
I disagree.
Now, that's where you draw the line. I could go low all day. And she said she'd be joking with Gizelle. And they go back and forth. And she said, I go low. She called her alcoholic and all this. But if Gizelle was to say, I'm tired of you going this low on me, then you need to stop. If someone says you're going too low, you're really hurting my feelings, or your words is impacting the way I feel about you, you need to stop. So just because you can do it, don't mean you should do it. And she's starting to get on women's nerves.
I agree, but who has she went low? besides her saying that Mia Mama was low budget, please give me another example. And her saying the stuff to Ashley, please give me an example of her going low on any of the other girls. She's never said nothing to Robyn. She called Gizelle House a tear down. I feel like that was warranted. She never went low with Karen. But see, Karen wanted to be a Karen.
Gabor, Gizelle and Robyn and Karen felt offended by her words to Mia. So now you pissing off the whole group. But you don't work on this planet by yourself. You got to be able to work with coworkers. And whether you think it's not low or not, if someone says you're hurting my feelings or you're going too low, and you still say, I don't care. Everybody, she said, everybody on the stage go low. You know, y'all not gonna single me out. All they wanted for her was to back down a little bit. But it can lead to bigger problems.
The answer you're looking for is this. The only time I really felt like she truly went low is when she picked somebody outside the argument, which was Mia's mother. Outside that,
about budget.
No. I'm just saying when Mia put reference to Candiace, she was talking about Candiace's performance, her show.
No, she was talking about her.
It was about the individual calling low budget. When you stepped outside there to talk about somebody's mother, you was offended because somebody asked. You was offended because somebody asked Candiace's mother a question that she did not
related. She never related. Okay, so the thing is this. If we had not seen the season, we didn't know that Mia Mama was an ex-crackhead, we would have never thought that was low. We would have never thought that was low.
Well, but we've seen the show, though, Gabor. We've seen the show.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, Gabor, if you watch the show.
She said she didn't know.
If you watch the show, I know people lie. People lie all the time. They all lie, okay? So I won't just say Candiace. They all lie. Mia lied about the social media manager. I'm just saying, they all lie, okay? What I'm saying is, you don't make that the argument.
She never related the girl mama being a crackhead. Let me not say crackhead because that sounds real crazy.
Yeah.
She sounds
okay.
She never related her mama's drug addiction. She never.
Let him speak, Perry. Let him speak.
She never related the drug addiction to the reason why the mama was being low budget. Mia drag her mama every time she talk about it on the show. Perry, come on, Perry, give us that, Perry.
Okay, no, Gabor.
Lisa?
No. I'm listening to what you're saying. But it's a difference, and you would say yourself, it's how you, with the things you might ask your mother, but you offended if somebody else asked your mother something else, okay? So let's keep it real and fair, right?
You never know what could offend somebody. It could be your tone, like this person saying, they say, they all go low, but Karen and Gizelle stayed seated, but Candiace stands up and yelling and becomes animated and dresses the husband. Here's the thing, they all go low. Let's all put that on the table.
They all go low.
That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
Let's put that on the table.
Well, yeah, no. But they all go low. But we saying some people is ruining themselves, in my opinion, by continually thinking that's the only role they should have. And I feel like Candiace feel like that's the only role she should have is keep barking like a wild chihuahua.
But what you failed to do was give me another example of her going low.
No. I'm telling you, that's about the lowest thing I heard. She can talk about, even when she said Ashley, her husband was a slave driver. When she said it was a slave driver, that wasn't even that low because
criminal.
Let's talk about this. This Gabor, I love you dearly, but it doesn't matter what you think.
I love you bad.
If the cast is fed up, it's a wrap. Candiace needs to go.
You know I can't see what's going on. Okay, I see it. Rita Barron. Okay, I love you too, Rita.
But here's the thing. I'm trying to say that Candiace is being immature, not realizing that her co-workers are turning on her, and you got to back down, whether she's right or wrong, whatever. When the head guy is, how's that work for you? And you seem to be getting in on his nerves. Said, I'm tired of people asking me to fire you. She's treading on soft ground right now. She's got to mature up and realize, right or wrong, sometimes you go to a workplace and you feel that you are right. It doesn't. You gotta get along with your coworkers.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but y'all are not gonna. But I would not let them bully me, and I'm not supposed to say something to them.
Okay, let me ask you this more. What do you do in Candiace's situation when you got everybody clearly turning on you? And I felt they were.
But if I go too low, just don't fuck with me. How about that? Right?
Well, okay, right. And that's what's gonna cause you to lose your job when they don't F with you no more. They refuse to film with you anymore. Remember how they did Monique last year, where people didn't want to be around her? Where is Monique now? Where is Monique now? Where is she now?
Why can't
She's probably
Candiace?
with the trainer. I don't know. She might be with the trainer.
Well, I'm
Even
just saying that she's
Mia.
outside the show, and that's where your girl gonna end up.
Even
Just in
Mia
my
back
opinion,
down.
if she's not
Mia
careful.
said, "I'm go too far on social media." At some point, whether you believe it or not, you have to
Acknowledge
not
it.
piss everybody off.
Mhm.
That's all she's doing. And I ain't Gabor, you're right. She could keep talking smack, but when she sees that it's going too far and everybody's getting mad at her, that's the time to back down. Even if you don't admit it, she should have apologized yesterday and been like,
Oh no!
"Yeah."
Apologize for what?
Just because they was upset with her, Gabor.
Oh no, man!
I'm telling you.
I'm not giving out no free apologies. If you're gonna have to give me an example because Karen goes just as low.
So,
Now,
but you know what I think it is?
We said they all go low, boy. We all in agreement with that.
It feel like Karen and Gizelle had a talk, and they was trying. It feel like the girls were trying to do a scheme to go against Candiace at the reunion. That's what I feel.
Yeah, I know. Everybody going against Candiace like they did last year. We know poor Candiace. Sticky notes.
It ain't poor Candiace. It ain't poor Candice. It's
sticky note. Sticky note.
Get them, Candice. Light them up. Light them up.
Really, Candiace needs to chill because everybody's turning on her. If she doesn't, then she's going to be a problem, and you're going to be out of a job. And the last person, we could say what we want about Andy Cohen, he signs the paychecks. And when he was talking like, "You're getting on my nerve, chill out," then it's time to chill out. But I think Candiace goes so far, and Gabor, you tell me what you think about this, that it can ruin her music career.
No, I do agree with that. I think that being on a reality show, period, could ruin your music career.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the fans don't like you, they just not gonna buy your music. I think Tamar is one of the best singers out right now. But people just don't mess with her because of the way she acts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that'll ruin it, period. But what I'm saying is the girls talk about people mamas on the show. They have brought up Candiace mama on the show. They talked about Kenya mama not wanting her. You know what I'm saying? This is not nothing new. It's not anything new. But because Mia mama had a drug problem, we gonna coddle her, and that was just too far.
Well,
even though she didn't even relate. Even though she didn't even relate the low budget comment.
Okay,
to the
Gabor.
girl mama being a drug addict.
Gabor, let me ask you this. I mean, you ever been in an argument and just went off on somebody and said cruel things about their parents, and then you find out the parent you were just talking shit about passed away?
And
is it no. I'm just saying, is it in that point?
Listen, if you don't fuck with me,
okay, Gabor, because if you can't imagine that, it don't matter what people say about Candiace.
I can imagine
it don't matter what people say about Candiace. So what's the use of sticking up when people come at Candiace? Why say anything to defend it when you saying it's no below the limit?
What you're saying don't make no sense. If somebody start with me, I can say whatever I want to say because I ain't fuck with you. You messing with me.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about.
I'm somebody's child too. Candiace got feelings just like everybody else.
Well, I get that part.
You don't act like it. Y'all don't act like it.
No.
Everybody else.
No. When we say we get that point, we agree. We said they all go low. It's how you go low.
But it ain't about the.
That's the part you can't comprehend.
But
you don't want to talk about that
punching bag. She got to be a punching bag for everybody, and she ain't supposed to say nothing back. If I go low, don't fuck with me. Quit messing with me. She didn't do nothing. She ain't did nothing to me.
Right. And people will stop messing with her, and that's gonna get her ass off the set. That's all I'm saying.
Let me read this really quick. Ashley's done worse. Picked on Katie's mental health. Giselle's questioning the paternity of Monique's baby. Oh, I remember that. Messy Mia started it. Okay.
Thank you,
Murata. And Jamal's 100th child says a new spinoff show idea when Ebony meets Ivory, the Juan and Michael story. Ooh.
Oh my God.
I can't. So we got plenty to argue about. So because Candiace was the biggest draw last night of everything. She starts crying. She starts crying.
It's not because what she brings to the show, it's just how she acts. It's how she acts on the show. I guess it could be the same thing, I guess.
I have lost control. I need to move on. Last night, she brought up a sensitive topic, and she feels like the light-skinned women on the cast get special light-skinned privileges.
Amen.
And that who's the dark one? Her and Wendy don't.
Amen.
Gabor, do you seriously? I mean, Gabor.
I do.
I mean, and
have you been watching since season 1? Have you been watching since season 1?
No, I haven't. But you know what?
Okay.
No, I haven't. But I still got an opinion whether I watched the last 2 seasons or not.
From the last,
I don't see.
Okay.
Where somebody's actually coming across being colorist on the show. Just in my opinion, could be wrong.
Okay.
But do you, okay?
You
Tell me
don't?
who being colorist,
From the
Gabor, in
last
your
2
opinion, since you
seasons?
watched it since season 1. Who being colorist to these two?
Gizelle, Robyn,
Okay.
all the girls. It's a difference in the way the way that Candiace is being treated compared to the other girls. Ashley was held on wheels from when she'd been on the show.
Can you
She's
be
talked about Ray's
colorist
penis. She
when your
talked about Ray's
husband?
penis.
Can you be
She
colorist
talked.
when your husband Ray is probably the darkest person on the show?
What they got to do with it? What
She's
they got
not
to do with it?
How's Karen
Jamal
colorist?
Darker. Jamal Darker.
That's my point.
Jamal
Jamal's
is
dark.
darker.
Giselle's kids are dark. Raven's dark. Their children are dark.
He's
How are they
saying
being
colorist
colorist?
to females. I guess he want to say colorist to
Yeah,
females.
it's a difference between people
Right.
try to act like they don't know, but there's a difference. Most dark skinned men are celebrated, but that's not the same for women. They're not celebrated.
Hold on,
You know,
let me digest that. Let me see if that's true. You think most dark-skinned men are celebrated, like Wesley Snipes?
For the most part, yeah. But it's a people don't like to see
You
dark
got.
skinned
Let's
women.
say he's talking something here. He's saying that dark-skinned men get more praises.
No, less. No. He's saying they get less, right?
No, I'm saying that when you're dark skinned and you're a man, you get praised for that. But when women, y'all know that dark skinned women.
Go home and watch. Go home and watch the news.
Perry, let's think about what he's saying before you jump. Because I'm not a man, but I know a lot of men with Tyson Beckford that are dark skinned and women just love them. I don't know if that's true. We're gonna have to take I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you know what though? I mean, I know it's one of those things. Yeah, it's opinion based because he can say, "Oh well, men get it better."
Oh,
yeah,
no, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Well, it could be a fact, right? Okay. But say even if what you're saying could be a fact, right? But is it a fact that it's affecting the two women that you're talking about, Wendy and Candiace?
Yes, it does.
Because you know what though, for real, no, I'm be honest with you. Okay, Gabor, I'm a dark skinned man. Okay, so
you are.
No. I'm only gonna say this. Though.
I'm darker than you, though.
Man, and I feel like at times I can wake up and feel sorry for myself and make things out to be what they really aren't, just because I'm not happy with myself, right? I sort of feel like, just being honest, right? I think Wendy and Candiace do sort of have this phobia a little bit, but they do it in different ways. Candiace married a white man, right?
We're getting real today. Oh my god!
And then I think
Serena.
Okay, well, no. But we were not talking about those. I'm just saying the two on the show, right? And I'm saying I think Wendy is lashing out in different ways with anger, as if
because of what?
How she feel about herself. Just in my opinion,
I doubt it.
I'm saying I could be wrong, Gabor. I could be wrong.
I'm very wrong.
I can only give you my opinion. My opinion is right to me.
Let me
wait, Perry, you can't do that. You cannot be like, you can't say that these people are lashing out when people are starting with them. And that's the same thing you do to Candiace.
They start with each other, Gabor. I'm not gonna say who threw the first stone.
And Gizelle, wait. And Gizelle started with Wendy. Don't fuck with her then. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna say that she lashing out because she dark skinned in the way she looked. We're not gonna do that.
I mean, I can say she's just lashing out because she's a bitch.
Y'all have to stop. Let me interrupt. My goodness. I just want to clarify what you're saying, Perry. You're saying you think that Wendy has low self-esteem.
Well, okay, no. Okay, you know what? Low self-esteem come in different ways. You know, I don't want to just talk like that. I just feel like, in my opinion, Candiace and Wendy have a phobia that they feel about themselves being darker.
And what is okay? But also, just because you're dark doesn't mean that you're ugly. Just because you're light doesn't mean you're beautiful either.
Well, I get that part. But I cannot go back and blame. Okay, if I run across people tomorrow, I can't blame them. They treat me this way because they lighter than me.
Let me read this because we're probably going to have to take a lot of calls on this. Do the math. 90% of the cast is light-skinned. So if any one of them has a problem with Candiace, that's colorism. Well, what? Stop it. Okay. Candiace is a child. Stop it. Well, that's okay. What about this, Gabor? If with what Candiace is saying, that means nobody can approach her with something she's doing wrong because she's going to say you're being
so there is literally no difference in the way that Candiace and Ashley have attacked people on this show. But with Candiace, you will say that Candiace is, she needs to watch the way she talks to people. And, it's all of these rules set for Candiace, but they wasn't set for Ashley. Ashley was held on wheels since she's been on the show. She has attacked Katie's mental health. She has talked about Ray's penis. She has.
Well, let's move on. We're going to take a poll on that because that's a deep conversation that needs to be had. So we're going to have that in a few minutes. Let's talk about. I want to talk about Wendy.
Even hold on. Let me give another example real quick. Even with the whole thing that happened with Monique last year, you know what I'm saying? She was aggressive. She was all these things. But Robyn has almost attacked 2 people on the show, and they have never called her aggressive. Okay, she went and ran down on Ashley, and she went and ran down on Monique, had Monique going down the street crying.
Well, let me read these. We're going to talk about it. I don't think there's any colorism. In my opinion, Candiace keeps using those buzzwords to mobilize the fans like OG did on Basketball Wives, even though there is colorism on that show. Ooh. This is going to be a deep conversation, y'all. Gabor, you're missing the mark on this one. However, I still love you. Thank you, Sheila.
I love you too, Sheila.
Okay, one more. They call Wendy aggressive, but not Robyn, who rolled up on Ashley's job to get in her face.
Tell the truth.
Robyn got in Monique's face to fight too.
Tell the truth,
this is what I want to talk about really quick. I wanted to go over Wendy Ossoffo because Wendy Ossoffo, I go both ways. I go back and forth with her. Now that I know that she is a victim, and they were talking about this on the show, of that other blog lying on her about Eddie, that blog started that rumor. So I wouldn't wish that on anybody. You just talk about somebody else's bed, and we all know who that blog is. We will not mention the name, guys, in the chat.
And she also started the rumors about Gizelle having an STD, Gizelle going to Sing Sing, Gizelle having she started all those rumors that Karen spewed out of her mouth too.
Right.
We can't forget that. Everything that Karen said, that all came from that blog.
That blog is terrible. And it was really causing havoc in their lives. Did you guys see the part when Gizelle was saying this blog has tortured us? Like, really went after them and on live. And that's what we don't do over here. We give opinions. We don't just destroy people's lives. We give opinions. But with that being said about Wendy Ossoffo, her behavior, I can't explain it. Giselle said that they said, Candiace said you body shamed her, but Wendy Ossoffo does act different this year than she did last year. Huh?
Right.
That's true. She
so I don't know. So I feel sorry for her that blog made up that lie, and that is just horrible. What happened to her and everybody in the Housewife franchise that get these things made up about them. That's horrible.
But Wendy's point was, it wasn't the fact that Gizelle said that she was acting different. It was the fact that she was saying that she was acting different because of the affair.
Right. I get it. Right.
Because of the rumors and the
before
affair.
y'all start. Y'all gotta let me talk.
Okay, go ahead, Sharrell.
Okay, so I'm confused with Wendy's behavior because I feel bad for her about that, but then at times she kind of acts, I don't know, like
jealous.
Sometimes she acts like she's jealous of Karen. She went and asked Karen advice for these candles. She did, and then turns around and tries to outdo her with the candles.
Right.
I mean, I feel like sometimes she wants to. I'm not sure where I stand with her, but sometimes she acts like she want to be Karen, and she's just, I don't understand. And then the body thing, she has changed the way that she behaves from last year. Last year, degree. This year, happiness. I'm not understanding her.
Right. But you know what, though? And I would say this, though, for the most part about reality TV, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Even when you come in most people that come in the first year ain't the person they're going to be the year after that. Because
you don't have to copy everything Karen does.
Well, no. But people do if they want to be where you are on the show.
That's what I'm saying. Is she envious? Because I remember.
I said she's jealous. She's jealous
of Karen. A couple weeks ago where she went to one of Karen's old makeup artists and was questioning this guy about Karen. And it's like, I'm not, be yourself.
Right, but I'm saying jealousy come
And
apart
she
when
tried to act like Karen copied the candle situation, and production had to throw in, no, Karen had this idea way back. I don't know how I feel about Wendy. Sometimes she gets on my nerve, but then I feel sorry for her
right. I'm the
because that
same way
blog
too.
made up the
Some
lie.
days I like her, and then some days I'm like, what the hell? Because it's almost like she trying to team up with Candiace. I don't know. It's just all kind of stuff going on.
Oh,
But I would say it's a doggy dog world, and all of them do wrong, Gabor. So it's not that argument. It's how you go about it. And I think a lot of people do get jealous of the other people who they might look at and say, oh, well, they getting away with this because then sometimes they get away with this just because other reasons, but they form these reasons as being colorist.
Maria Espinosa says that blog may have started that Eddie rumor, but it was Eddie who was following a bunch of IG booty models, aka thoughts, and unfollowed every single one when he got called out respectfully. That's what I'm saying. I'm going back and forth about, Wendy, because Gizelle is saying, did that affair affect you so much that you had to do all that?
But Gizelle is trying. See, Gizelle, I see you, Gizelle. See, people can't get past your light skin and your green eyes, you know. But I see you for what you is. See, that wasn't the only rumor that was out there about Wendy last year. It was also a rumor that she had owed over $1 million in student loans.
Oh, I remember that.
A rumor, but
wow.
the bitch didn't bring that on the show. To see how she was doing about that rumor. She specifically about the rumors up there about Eddie, and it wasn't about, oh, I wanted to see if she was okay. Girl, you kept on bringing a rumor up. You kept on bringing a rumor out. You wasn't worried about the girl. You wasn't worried about her. You wasn't worried about her mental health and what was going on with her. You was not. You was trying to look for a storyline. That's what you was doing. You wanted that to be the storyline of the season. And I just feel so, you know what? I mean, what type of sorority sister is that you would do your sorority sister like that on national TV? And you said up here, go ahead.
What show are you watching? I think Wendy has a ton of respect for Karen. She sure does. Yeah. She likes to copy her to a T. Right. The fans and productions try to make a beef between them.
They was trying to make the whole booty thing again. They was trying to redo the whole booty thing. And you know, Mia got up in there and came out with her little candle. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. I mean, whatever.
I don't know. I go back and forth with Wendy. I really do. I want to talk about that because, child, it was a lot going on.
Look, let's say it this way. All of them have flaws.
Oh, my God. 42
So you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days with them. But I really think Wendy is jealous of Karen. Just in my opinion. This is an opinion, based. You know, we all
jealous of Karen because what? Jealous of Karen because what?
You know what, though? I mean,
Wendy,
sometimes, okay, you know what, the
Wendy
boy
is sitting next to Andy.
You know what, though? I can't specifically tell you why.
Next to Andy, but she won't be sitting next to Andy again because
we make a person jealous.
All right,
we'll see. I mean, we'll see, but
it could be numerous of things.
Hey, Diva.
I mean, you know,
we are tackling some serious issues today. I want you to talk about colorism. I want you to talk about Wendy's behavior. I want you to talk about, is Wendy jealous of Karen? And what else should we talk about, y'all? Start with colorism.
Well, wait, let me just say this. Bravo, Andy, the production, all of them played a scholar out. You're going to have this girl get dressed, get a face with her makeup. Yeah, and she gets to sit on that couch for 2 seconds. They was dead wrong for that. And I hope she got paid very well for those 22 seconds that she was on the stage. That was so mean.
How come she didn't bring it? If she had 2 minutes, why didn't she bring it?
She tried, but you know what though? We gotta say this. They let Kathy just lay on the stage the whole time, and she didn't really do much more than a scholar. I felt like he told her twice to get off the stage. I really felt like I said, did I?
He did. He did.
Say goodbye. He was messy with that. Yeah. So when it comes to Wendy, I really thought at first Karen did play her out until they showed the back thing showing that Karen did say eventually she's going to add candles to her thing. You know, it's a good little competition there. Karen made light of it because she said she bought both of their candles. So I didn't think much of that particular, situation. With Wendy, I think that Wendy is trying so hard to be like the queen of the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like if she fell back and just would be herself, it would be okay. And I also think that with Gizelle, Gizelle, you know what? She can almost write a book with Kenya on how to do this reality thing. Because when somebody says something to her that she doesn't like or doesn't agree with, she just lets it roll off her shoulder and pretend like she never even heard it. Because when Wendy told her, "Oh, you had a tummy tuck to stay, and Jamal still left you," she didn't even feed into that. She just let that ride off her shoulder and didn't give it no life. So Gizelle knows how to do that. I do feel like they was gaining up on Candiace yesterday. And I mean, well, whenever it came on, and I felt bad for her because I'm like, y'all all planned this. Now you're really gonna sit here and say that Candiace, you know, when she says it, because it cuts to the meat, she's dead wrong. But when we say it, we're not as wrong as you. So therefore, it's okay when we say it, but when you say it, you're going too far. I was like, okay, y'all really gaining up on her. You're trying to, but Candiace is at fault for not seeing what's going on. Girl, do you not see they trying to railroad you? Because one of them said, Robyn was like, you know, I think she said, do you think your marriage would be better if you not on the show? I'm like, yo, why are you trying to say that? Like they gave her all kinds of hints to say, you about to get fired, or we're trying to get you fired. And I thought that was just so messy. So Robyn said that to her. Andy said it to her on the first part of the reunion. He was like, is that working for you? I'm tired of waking up to hearing tweets about you. Then Robyn said, do you think your marriage would be better if you wasn't on the show? And then the rest of them told her last night or whatever it came on, they was like, you think if you don't stop doing this, nobody's going to want to be around you. And the key is, if no one wants to film with you, then what are you going to do?
And I just think Candiace should have backed down right then, because her job is on the line. Don't she get it? These women are coming after you. They're gonna circle you, and next thing you're gonna know, they're gonna say, "We don't want to film with her anymore. She cuts to the white meat." So you gotta pay politics when you at work, and she's at work. That's her job.
Diva, with the way that Wendy is reacting to these rumors about Eddie, one would say that Gizelle cut her deep too, didn't she?
Oh, I do believe what Wendy said with Gizelle is correct. She was like, so if you know it was a rumor, why did you even bring it to the table? And so Gizelle knows how to play the game, right? So she said, but I said right after, nobody believes it's true. But you brought it to the platform. You put it out there, like she said, in front of millions. She said, you know, with the blog, maybe a couple 100,000 or whatever. But she said, you brought it to a flat platform where millions of people could get this whole story life. So why would you do that if you really didn't believe it was true?
But she's acting guilty. If a blog said something about Perry and I knew it wasn't true, I might address it. But she held on to this all season long. And then the whole breast implant thing. And
she gave it life.
But it wasn't the way that
she did.
No, Gizelle gave it life, right?
No, Wendy gave it life. Wendy kept talking about it.
Wendy kept talking. Wendy gave it life. So you see, remember when they was away on the trip and Wendy went off on Gizelle and Gizelle just sat there like, whatever, she talking about Jamal. She ain't even get feed into it. So it couldn't really go anywhere because Gizelle didn't feed into it. So if Wendy did not feed into the whole thing, she would have heard it and let it go. But every time you turned around, she was so emotional about that. You trying to break up my family. You trying to this. She had a thing with Ashley. She went home and talked to her husband about it. You should have did like Gizelle did. You should have just sat back and like, okay,
exactly.
But she helped bring light to it. She helped it continue on.
You got to learn how to play the game, Gabor. This is their job, and if
but this is my family too. This is also my family.
I get it. I get it.
No,
I get that part.
It's your job first.
But do you think? Okay, let me ask you this. It's like, well, let me say this. I think if Monique would have came and apologized last year and did the things, even though her feelings was saying, no, I ain't doing shit, she probably still have her job. The only thing we telling you, Gabor, is that sometimes you can have too much pride and lose your shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
all I'm saying.
Candiace got too much pride. She should have backed down right then because everybody was circling her, including Andy Cohen, and she was acting like she didn't get it. And she's steady talking to this, and you're gonna be out of a job, and your record already ain't selling, and you on national TV. It's only gonna benefit Candiace and Chris if Candiace loses this job. But it's like she's in a zone. She's trying to be a tough girl, trying to stand up for herself. And I can say this, I can say that, but sometimes your pride could get you left out.
Right.
Everybody,
and that's all I'm saying. We all have done things we didn't feel like doing.
I gotta read these really quick. Hold on, Perry. Candiace and her mom could really pull off their own reality show, their own show. Now, can my super chat ever get read? Really, Kat? Thank you, Kat, for the super chat. Here, I got another one. The more a person hurts, the deeper they cut sometimes. Ooh. These ladies are hurting and cutting each other instead of the one who they are angry with, usually their parents or husbands. This is sad.
I get that part.
Yeah, this is not no better.
I cut you off. Who did I cut off? I cut off. Was it you?
It was probably me, but I was used to it.
I was saying that this show is really no different from Basketball Wives or Loving.
No, I feel you.
They just don't let as much fighting go, but they're going to attack a family every season. That's their claim to fame. They're going to attack a family every season, and it's getting old, especially if it's alive. At least if you're going to do something like that, let it be real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Corey.
Hey, Corey and Bree.
We getting deep today. Is there colorism on the show?
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little. Just a little. Ashley was really nasty her first couple seasons. I felt she should have left season 2. Or when Michael got caught. Oh, yeah. Or when Michael got caught, she should have left. Candiace is going to blow her own self up. So I'm not even going to talk about Candiace. I'm not even going to get in a fight with my lovely Gabor. She's just going to blow her own head off her own shoulders. Let her self-destruct.
She's self-destructing. That's what I'm trying to say. She's self-destructing, Gabor. Why won't she stop and save herself?
She cutting her coins she can make after this show is over. She needs to line up stuff for herself after this platform is over, which it will come, if not this next season, the season after that, because the writing's on the wall. She got to go.
Corey, I just can't understand how y'all gonna tell me her calling me a mama low budget and calling Gizelle a drug addict and alcoholic.
Because let me make you understand, Gabor. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
It's worse. But Candiace is fighting with fans off the air.
Let me explain this to Gabor. That doesn't matter. Right, wrong. The point is, she is pissing off her co-host.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the point. I get that they're pissing off the co-host, but they're ganging up against her.
That's how the game is played.
So it's like you're moving the goalposts now because you're saying that she didn't. At first, I was saying she didn't go as low as the other girls, right?
Gabor.
And now y'all saying, well, the girls just don't want to work with her no more now.
Gabor.
No.
That's what they snuck in on her, Gabor. But what she should learn to do, what Gizelle and Karen did last night, they did their fake little makeup. So Candiace has to learn, like, you know what? Okay, y'all all saying that, whether she believe it or not. She should have sat back and said, y'all all saying that. You know what? I apologize. Who else did I offend? I'm so sorry. Well, I said something, Mia. I'm sorry I said that about your mother. I hope she's okay. And then go back next season and cut up again. But she has to learn how to do her fake apology.
Thank you. And we all have to do it at times, Gabor. I've had to do it at times. Everybody has to do it, especially when the tides are not in your favor. And you say, if I don't back down now, I'm about to take a big hit. And it has nothing to do with pride. It's just the tides have turned against her and they're not liking her right now. And she should have backed down last night. Shut up. But she had too much pride. No.
Well, I guess since Diva and Corey explained it to me, I understand what they're saying. Because, I don't understand.
Ashley didn't get involved with fans. Ashley didn't get involved with fans off the air. Ashley is not going to get her butt whooped when a fan walk up on her from the DMV area, because it may happen. And that's what Karen said last night. Can you handle yourself in the street when one of these fans roll up on you? Because they do, and they will.
Yeah, Gabor, I get it.
What's up, Brendan?
No. I almost get what you're saying to a certain degree. The reason why you wouldn't understand me, because you like I was with Portia. If I say Candiace, you get offensive. And I would admit, and I apologize.
All right.
Sometimes I do that way with Portia, but that's the way you're being with Candiace.
This is what you don't understand. I was not a Candiace fan until season 5, until them girls started trying to make her at that first dinner. Everybody wanted her to apologize for what she was saying to Ashley, and her apologize for the $900,000 teardown. All y'all girls is messing with me, and now y'all having a dinner for me to apologize to everybody.
It's $1 million tear down, Gabor.
Mm-hmm. It's $1 million even worse.
Muse, sound off. What do you have to say about all this?
Well, Sharrell, Perry, and Gabor, I'm not happy with you guys. I'm not happy at all. Why are you picking on us, Scala for?
Andy picked on her. Andy
well, I'm not happy. No, well,
Andy walked more than
yes, but she gave more than what Robyn did. All we found out about Robyn is she's got good bowel movements.
Oh wow!
I forgot about that.
I am not picking on a Scala. We're talking about public opinion is what saves or breaks these women's jobs. And Scala was trending last night. Like, why did she even come?
Well, yeah,
she was a friend of the show. She wasn't a full cast member, was she? And she just still gave more.
Well, I mean, really, I'm not sure if she gave more. Robyn did have the hats in the garage a couple times, so I wouldn't say Escalade gave more. But in all fairness, I would say this: that we've been saying every week Robyn need to go too.
Mm-hmm. I've been saying
they both can go. In my opinion.
Well, let me ask you this.
Well, you're going to call me a Scala.
I almost called you a Scala. Where do you know where Scala lives?
In a townhouse somewhere.
Right. We don't know. My point is, she didn't bring anything. We still don't know anything about her.
Like, yeah, but that could be production's fault. They probably filmed her loads of times and just not put it out there.
But see, a Scala got to be slick because she went. See, you got to play slick, a Scala. Like they saying, you got to play the game, baby. Because when Andy dismissed you, he told the other girls it was lunchtime. And see, girl, you supposed to come back out there and sit on the couch and say, "We back from lunch. We back from lunch." You should have came back and sat on the couch like you didn't hear you was dismissed. You just heard it was lunchtime.
No, Andy definitely didn't want her back. You can tell the way he sent her off.
I want to talk about this. Go ahead, Amuse. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to speak on Mia. When she said her social media manager, who's really close to her, and she said they are pretty much the same person. Yeah, she said we're pretty much the same person, and it needs to be in my words. So that means she's telling on herself. It was her.
Well, no, I agree.
She was telling on herself, but Mia backed down, and that's what Candiace. When she said, Andy said you were doing way too much on Twitter. She said, "Yeah, I own that."
But she'll do that again. Yeah, she'll do it again. Exactly.
At the right
There's
time.
nothing that she says is right, and I don't know if she's just really like a brain like a goldfish, or is she just a liar?
She probably got ADHD, or she a guppy. I don't know.
What is a guppy?
A guppy has a very short attention span.
Yeah, she give me a little. I get a little slow from it. She give me a little, not all the way down. I'm not trying to be funny.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah, I can't tell why she's
touched in the head.
I wanted to answer this super chat. It says too much pride is something about a dark-skinned woman. Let me read this.
It said about a dark-skinned woman.
It said about a dark-skinned woman. We're expected to just take abuse.
Amen.
Would Robyn and Gizelle even be friends if Robyn was dark-skinned? No.
You know what though? No, I mean Robyn
was dark-skinned friend. Charisse wasn't
right? Charisse wasn't like
no, they were friends for real. They were friends for years.
That's what
Charisse and Gizelle.
Well, let me ask D with this. I don't think there's colorism on the show. Am I being insensitive to? I just don't. I could be wrong. Am I being insensitive to?
No, you just don't see it. You just don't see it
because even Monique claimed colorism. It was colorism when Monique was on the show. So it's easy not to see it when it's Candiace and y'all don't like Candiace. But even Monique, it was said about Monique. Even
with Wendy, they were trying.
When Monique was kicking Gizelle out of her house, Gizelle was like, "Okay, Monique, you're getting a little aggressive. You know, it's aggressive when it's the light skinned girl." But Ashley can jump up and holler at everybody whenever somebody say something to her. But look,
Ashley is real aggressive. Real aggressive.
I do remember that.
I don't want to. So everybody agrees on this panel that there is colorism on that show.
Well, no. I mean, okay, I'm saying this. I'm not gonna agree with that because, like I said, and maybe, like Corey said, maybe I just don't see it. But if anybody can speak on this panel, as dark as I am, and I was dark this way at birth, I can always use it for an excuse, though. So I'm saying sometimes, whether you perceive something to be a certain way, people can use shit for an excuse.
That's what I'm saying. Candiace seems to cry a lot. Gabor, am I being mean to Candiace? When things don't go her way.
Say it.
I said Candiace seems to cry a lot when things don't go her way. And she thinks of a whole bunch of excuses, and she thinks of a whole bunch of things to say, except for "I'm sorry." She never says that.
I think what Wendy said, I'm sorry, Gabor, made sense to me when she said, "How can you say there's colorism in the world, but it just doesn't exist on this couch and in this family?" So that kind of had me thinking, like, well, it made sense to me what she said. Do I think it's at the highest level in the cast? I mean, I don't, but do I think, yes, it is this? I think it does, because I think they do view the way that, you know, the darker skinned people, when they do something, it's over the top. But, you know, even Gizelle yesterday was explaining, like, oh, well, me and Cameron, we just playing. Well, it doesn't come across like that to us on the screen. It seems like y'all cutting to the bone, too. But y'all want to act like when Candiace says it, Candiace is cutting so deep.
That's all I'm saying.
It's unacceptable. We can't understand it. Yes.
Diva, the difference is what Candiace gets up in your face, then she wants to act like a pure stereotype most of the time, which really pisses me off, because Candiace is smart. Candiace has talent. Candiace is beautiful. Her skin is like
beautiful.
butter.
She is beautiful.
It's like butter. But she acts like a walking stereotype. And she did not grow up in the hood. She didn't grow up in that. She didn't grow up in that rip tit tit tat 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 type environment.
Right.
So she needs to stop being.
But she probably went to the hood like you, Corey. You said you went to the hood in the summertime.
I had to learn how to be hood. I had to learn how to be hood, but I was never rat tat tat. See, if somebody come at me, I never opened my mouth. What I did was I punched you in your face, and then I asked questions later.
Wow.
I think they did kind of tell her, like,
okay, let's talk to Lola.
And they sit down. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, Lola.
Okay. Hey, y'all. So I think there's two types of people in this world, right? People who value peace and people who value principle. I think Gabor and Candiace value principle, meaning that when they feel they're right, and they're going to double down on it. Whereas I feel like Sharrell and Perry, I understand where you're coming from. You guys are just trying to play the long game. I don't think Candiace should have apologized yesterday, but I think she would have gotten a lot farther with people had she turned around to Ashley, because Ashley doesn't have any beef with her. Has she turned around with Ashley and been like, listen, I can't forgive you for what you've done to me and how you hurt me. However, I am open to being civil towards you and not attacking you like I have been every time I see you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I feel like she would have gotten farther with people like that. I think she would have gotten farther with people with that, because she would have showed some maturity and some growth, but still been honest to who she is. When it comes to the whole colorism thing, I see it and I don't see it. Maybe it's like Corey's saying, like, maybe you just don't see it or whatever. I see it and I don't see it. I do feel like Gizelle's colorist, but I don't really get the whole colorism thing from Ashley per se towards Candiace. I think Candiace doesn't like Ashley because she doesn't respect her for the way she allows Michael to treat her, and she doesn't like the fact that she kind of filed paperwork on her with Monique. I think their issues is more based on action, not so much. They just don't mesh. That's how I see it personally.
Let me start speeding up with the calls. Toria, what do you have to add to this?
Well, first of all, I love you, Gabor,
But this 45 minutes I've been sitting back here, I have kicked my leg higher than I've ever have in over 30 years trying to kick you off the screen.
Oh, you have.
I wanted to kick you I wanted to kick you right over there with Alex.
Well, I fight
Alex
back
be
now.
over there kissing Candiace.
I fight now, Tori. I fight back now.
I was kicking at my phone, then I kicked my iPad. I said, Lord, I ain't kicked my leg this high in over 25 years.
And Lord, you don't want to get it so off.
What are you upset about, Toria? What did he say?
Candiace, it's not so much what she says, it's her delivery. Mm-hmm. And like Corey said, she goes out there and she argues with the fans and stuff. She's all on Twitter, all on IG. They've had it with her. And she didn't take the hint this last reunion, yesterday's reunion. Lord knows that girl, she I don't know what she gonna do. Was she gonna live back off with Dorothy, her and Chris? Because he ain't got no job.
Oh, damn.
He ain't doing but one cooking show a week. And Alex even asked him about, he wanted to hold a party down in Florida. How much would Chris charge him? He said, oh, I only do small venues for like 10 people. Huh?
No, he didn't. And he ain't cooked for the girls on the show.
Huh?
And he ain't cooking nothing this season.
Sure.
You're right, D.
He put up some fruit though.
But that's about it. Only when Gizelle comes, he cuts up the fruit.
Let me ask you, Toria, let me ask you this.
Colorism.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I do see the colorism.
How do you explain yourself? How do you see it?
Growing up in the DMV, I grew up in the hood in Baltimore City in East Baltimore. And being married to a dark-skinned man, I've seen it a lot because I've seen where lighter men than him would get the position or white boys would get the position.
Do you mind me asking, are you Caucasian?
I'm full-blooded Italian.
Okay.
Born in Sicily, raised in East Baltimore.
Okay. And you think that there's definitely colorism on the show. Why
Yes,
do you think
I see it. They treat like everybody's saying, Gizelle and Robyn ran up on Monique with an umbrella. I thought she was going to work with the umbrella.
Andrea, Monique had the umbrella.
Well, one of them had the umbrella. Mm-hmm. But Robyn was in her face. Robyn was pointing her finger. I thought she was going to hit Ashley that day in that restaurant.
Yeah, I was waiting for that one though.
I thought that was going to be it for Robyn. I said, she's going to be off the show. They ain't going to go for that. But they ain't say nothing about it. It was fine that Robyn did that. Karen gets to say
Andy
what
didn't even
she
address
wants.
it at the reunion that year. Andy never even addressed it at the reunion.
Nope. And I've been watching since day one, and he ain't say nothing. He let Karen slide with everything. She slides with everything, but
does he let Karen slide with everything because she light skinned?
Yeah.
Or she acts more classy? Or she acts
not because he likes her.
Karen lied about
he
everything.
really
Karen
likes her.
Yeah, he's her favorite. Andy always has favorites.
She lied and said that her kids was young when the rumors came out, and they even showed on the screen the girl was 19
I think that was
and
a BS
27.
excuse. That was a BS
and
excuse.
then she was like, "Well, Raven is grown now, baby. She was grown then."
But doesn't Karen carry herself more mature than Ashley or Candiace?
I think she's
older.
She's older.
Karen's the biggest snake. Karen, she slithers and slithers, and she stirs the pot all the time, and then she backs away.
Well, she's the eye of Potomac.
Yeah. You remember Andy told her, "I feel like I don't really know you because when I ask you questions, I can never get straight answers. You never tell the truth."
You can't get a straight answer.
That ain't the same girl that was on that season 1, and we talking about Wendy.
Well,
Wendy didn't if you had been herself either.
Listen, you have to admit,
and Wendy do owe a lot of money in student loans. That's why she's still renting.
You have to admit that Karen acts way more adult than Candiace. Candiace is very immature.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
everybody on the panel might come and say this. They'll say, "Oh yeah, but she's older, right?" but it's how you act sometimes, people. And I get it. Colorists exist in this world. I'm not a fool. Okay.
Right.
But at the same time, don't overlook your own actions and then scream colorist.
That's true.
With something that you portrayed yourself to be. You can't portray yourself to be a gang member and, you know, all this other ratchetness shit, right? And then come and scream colorist.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. And I think that's
I think
what
a
Candiace
lot of it has to do with Andy, because if you look at the other franchise, Nene said it was colorism. Kenya has said it was colorism. Even Portia said it one time.
Nene said there was colorism, but she also asked for her job back.
Right.
She said there's a difference between colorism and racism. I don't remember Nene saying anything about no colorism.
Okay, but I'll say this too. In all fairness to this whole thing, colorists was never stopped. We all would be gone. It would never stop. Racism would never stop.
Right. It ain't going to
it's
stop.
one thing you do get to learn how to behave and handle all these things. That's what I think. And that's what
Karen delivers it differently. She's still messy, but she just has a different delivery.
Exactly.
Did you notice when
anybody tired of Candiace crying? Oh my God, she'll go after, stand up and yell and scream, and then 2 seconds later, there go that tissue in the corner of her eye.
But see, this is the fake shit I can't stand. Now, why was we acting like that? Did nobody know that Candiace was upset for Ashley writing that letter? When Ashley sat down with Robyn and Monique, when Ashley sat down with Robyn and Gizelle last year on a trip at the pool and told them, and she was like, "Girl, don't write that letter. She gonna be upset."
Yeah.
And she even when she told Candiace she was gonna write the letter, Candiace cussed her out. Yeah. And now she's saying, "Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know."
Yeah, Ashley flat out lied. She flat out lied.
But she was mad at her for throwing a knife at her. So let's not act like Candiace is a victim. She did push.
No,
Ashley
I'm not saying she's a victim. I'm not saying she's a victim, but it's a difference.
But also, the video. She probably deleted the video for her. So
all right, guys. I got a long line of people. I really got to
say this one thing.
Go ahead.
I want Wendy to be herself.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. And to get the foundation that fits her, because the foundation she had on last night did not fit her. Her neck and her face were two different colors.
Goodbye, Corey.
And Corey, then I will ask you why. Because sometimes, and I don't know the proper term for it, you talk about colorism, but sometimes it's how you feel about yourself. And it could be a certain thing as reverse colorism. I don't think
she feels that she's pretty as she is.
Exactly.
Wendy has great skin. She's smart. She's got eloquence. She can go at it tit for tat. She can be rat-tat-tat. She can be classy with it. But her problem is she doesn't love herself.
Right. There you go.
She doesn't know herself.
You know what I think it is, though?
All right. I gotta stop it here. I gotta stop it here because there are people been waiting an hour.
Love y'all.
Okay, love y'all.
Bye.
Bye, Sharrell. Bye, Corey. Bye, Diva.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Let me okay, hold on. Okay, here. Let's get some more people in. People have been waiting. Hi, Nina.
What's up, Nina?
Hey, Nina.
Hi.
Is it
Sharrell, can I ask you a question?
2%.
Yeah.
So I think it lies somewhere in the middle. I don't think Eddie cheated on Wendy, but I think he was following. I mean, they say she was following big booty models. I think she felt insecure when she found out. Maybe she didn't know, and that's why she went out and got her body done.
Yeah.
I think the truth is in the middle.
Nina, you've been back there a while. Sorry, we get caught up in conversations. Jump in. What did you want to add to the mix?
I took notes, so I took notes. I just wanted, because you know I tell you to drop me because I know so many new people want to come on your show, right?
Yeah.
So I'm old timer with y'all. But so when it comes to colorism, I see it a little bit on the show. Do you remember when Spike Lee's movie Do the Right Thing, and you had the light-skinned girls against the dark-skinned girls?
Yeah.
School Days.
Has been around all School Days, right? Colorism has always existed, right? Even with my sisters. Now you see me, right? I'm not a dark skin. So I have 3 other sisters that are like Gizelle, but we have the same father, right? But I'm labeled as the darker sister, right? But I don't give a fuck because I'm older and I don't care. They can say what they want to say. But colorism exists. Now, with Wendy, I don't think Wendy felt that as she does about herself until she came on this fucking show. She's a freaking commentator. She came up against these heifers that didn't have nothing going on for them, but look, she's trying to fit in.
I'm gonna put you on mute, Gabor. You come off when you want to talk. Go ahead.
I don't like Wendy now. I don't like Wendy now. I don't like her. I just don't like her. And what I want to say about Candiace, you know, Candiace, she's just a spoiled brat. If she had to shut her mouth for 1 freaking 5 minutes, she would have heard what Andy and them women were saying to her, and maybe she would have wrapped it around her little damn tight ass weave with that bob sitting on top of her damn head, and she would have, her weave was too damn tight. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna give her. Her lace, the lace front was too ugly. She could have did better. But if she had to just listen to them, she wasn't wanting to listen. When you're running your mouth all the time, you can't hear nothing.
Yeah,
she thinks she's right.
Came
That's
flat
why.
out. Claire came flat out and told her, "You're gonna make us not want to film with you.
Yeah,
you need to stop."
She didn't get the message.
Said that. Now this is what makes Karen the grand dame to me. When she came out and she said that, as calm and as elegant as you can say it, and as motherly and as adult as you can say it, the heifer still didn't get it. So she get on my nerves. Goodbye. See you later. And you mess with Twitter too much. You come after not only your castmates, you come after everybody that may reply to you what you got to say. Yeah. Okay. And then when I want to say this about black men, men and light-skinned men. Darker skinned men, I think darker skinned men and darker skinned women. Darker skinned men get treated better. They're more accepted into, I'm just gonna say, our community as black people than dark skinned women. Dark skinned women get the butt of everything, and I don't know why, because I think Wendy is gorgeous. I think she was gorgeous before she had all that surgery. I think Candiace is a beautiful person, but what makes her ugly is her inside. Your inside is overflowing what you had going on with you on the inside. You run your mouth too much, but black men, darker colored men, they are more accepted, because I like me a dark-skinned brother. I do. I love me a dark-skinned brother. I don't try to respect them light-skinned men, but you give me a dark-skinned brother, and I'm with you 100%. I'm down for my brothers, period. But, you know, I just wanted to say that, you know, and I don't know, Mia should have been gone. Crater face, go on by. And I'm with Gabor on this. Gabor said it. I think something wrong with her. I think she might be a little slow. Maybe she was born.
You know, God, no, Nina.
No, I'm just saying. It be people born to crack mamas now. It could be crack babies.
I'm done.
Oh my word. Oh my
God. No, Nina, no.
I think she might be a little slow back there. Y'all act like y'all. Look, I'm saying what y'all probably thinking. I think, you know, that's probably why her and her mama is so at each other's odds. I don't know. Her mama could have gave her up and didn't want to have nothing to do with it.
Okay, Nina.
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm glad you said it and not me.
She's slow too. I'm just saying, I think she's slow too. That's why she let that old man with that long tongue say whatever he want to say. I'm just saying, I think she's just a little slow.
I thought Nina said something else.
All right, is it Kami? Kaomi, hi. What did you want to add to this? This is a serious conversation this week. People got opinions. What's your opinion?
I took notes too.
So you took notes too. Okay,
I'm trying to get on with you guys for like an hour now, so I'm glad I got through.
Sorry, yeah.
So Wendy, my opinion with Wendy, I think she's the same person. Do you guys remember how she turned up on Ashley at the dinner last season when she was upset that?
I'm sorry, you think she's insane? You said sane or insane?
She's the same. She's the same. If you guys remember when she was at that dinner with Ashley and the whole group, and she was upset that Ashley brought her baby. Remember when she turned up on her? It's the same energy. Well, for me, I'm not from America as well. Like my parents brought me here and I grew up here. And speaking as like a foreigner, education is something that's like a really big deal in the foreign community, like especially if you go to the country. And I think for Wendy, she just wanted to, I think because of her background, she had to like make that the statement that she's there because she has her 4 degrees. I don't think it was really for her saying it like in an insulting way. It was just for her to stay, because I know a lot of people would be like, how are you a professor and you're trying to get on a reality show? So I think for her, it was just for her to make that stance like, okay, I'm not just like a reality chick. I'm a smart woman, I have my 4 degrees. But if you look at her, I think she's always been like this kind of, I don't want to say use the word ghetto, but like a down girl, like around the way girl. I don't think that for me seeing how I don't think that she's really out of place. I think that's how she was. She just had to come off as this, I'm an intelligent woman. I'm not just here as
I'm the immigrant stream.
Right.
Yeah.
With the whole colorism thing, I don't really see colorism in the sense that I feel like a lot of times Black women try to use that when they feel as though, the world's against me, so I got to bring up the colorism and say, oh, I'm dark skinned, so that's why they treat me like this. For Candiace, her energy is just combative. Like, you can say what you want to say. That's fine. You can go back and forth. But her energy that she brings is like she want to fight you. It's not her just saying something.
Hey, Cammy, you have an echo is getting worse.
No, it's OB. I think it's OB.
It's OB?
Okay. Yeah, it's OBA. Yeah. See, it's gone now.
Okay, go ahead, Cammy.
I think with Candiace, it's more of her energy. You can say what you gotta say, but it's like she want to fight you. You can read somebody. I love the way she's a very eloquent speaker, and I love the way that she brings across what she says. But it's like you're coming with it like you want to fight somebody, and you can't be that. It's her energy. It's not about you being dark skinned. It's not about that. It's that you come at people like if it's not just you bringing your point, you want to fight. And I'm sure she wasn't on Basketball Wives. If she was on Atlanta, she would have been getting popped every episode.
Exactly.
Thank you. And that's how I feel too.
You can't be like that. And I agree with I think it was Gray Hair Diva. She should have just apologized. You could be fake about it, and then next season you just turn up again.
Yeah.
You just doubling down. And she's a beauty queen. I don't see beauty, like where is this? Does she come a beauty? Didn't she win a Miss DC or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
So like, where's even with Ashley? Ashley would say what she got to say, but she still comes in an eloquent twist to it. Candiace is just like people say she acts like a child. The crying thing, you could tell that she's really hurt. It's more issues like beyond this, I feel, why she acts like this. And I think
and Kaomi, notice Ashley made up with everyone she had beef with. She made up with Robyn, she made up with Karen. And Candiace hasn't made like actual peace genuinely with anyone.
And
Candiace and Ashley was together.
I think it's people like you and like the yes people that give her this energy that she could still keep being like this and not swallow her tongue, swallow her.
Oh, come on, Kaomi. We had quiet Gabor down. And here you go. We had quiet Gabor down.
My favorite season.
I don't know why when somebody
Charisse. Remember when Charisse was on that season and Charisse kept trying to pick on her for her mom paying for everything, and I love that season with her. She stood her ground. She let her know like I'm don't play me like I'm a child.
Let me let Gabor respond because I know he wants. Go ahead, Gabor.
Gabor on mute. He's like, I ain't doing this.
Go ahead. Did you want to respond?
No, I just don't feel. I don't feel like if somebody, to me, I feel like, and it's not just Candiace. If you've done something, it seems like every time the girls can say anything they want to her, just like the whole thing I said with Gizelle. Giselle was really offended that the girl called her house $1 million teardown. But you can talk about me living in my mama's house or my mama doing something for me.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
She can, though.
You know what I'm saying? It's like Candiace always has to apologize.
It's the energy behind it. I just feel as though you can't.
Well, my energy is gonna be on 100 if you coming at me and I haven't done anything to you.
Right. Well,
but you don't have to keep coming at people.
Your energy should not be like you want to fight. That's my whole point.
Candiace don't know when to stop.
Yeah, go for it. Like, what has Ashley done to Candiace lately? Like, what has Ashley done to Candiace?
Right, calling her baby.
She wrote the statement. She wrote the statement. She wrote the statement for my
season.
Girl, that was like last season.
Even though she wrote the statement, Ashley wasn't innocent. Like, if you want to talk about petty and tit for tat, come on, you can't be coming at somebody like that, and then when something like that happens, you don't expect Ashley to take up the other person's side. Like, I would have done the same thing too.
Let me give Obi a chance to say something. Obi, what did you have to say?
Wow, I was able to summarize.
Oh no, Obi, no. You have a real bad echo. I'm gonna have to drop you, Obi. I'm sorry. It'll hurt someone's ears. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
You need headphones. You need headphones. That's probably the issue.
Do you have headphones?
Okay, don't worry. You can drop me out. I'll try to call back in.
Okay. Sorry, Obi. Yeah, that was really bad. Let's see if I can take one more.
Say one more thing too about me. I don't they stripper shame her so badly when all these women dress like strippers every day. Like, I don't understand why they're on Mia because of her background being a stripper. Like, why are they trying to stripper shame her for the simple fact that they all walk around like some strippers every day? At least she owns it. At least she's saying that she's a stripper. You know what I mean?
I think because she changed the story up, she tried to act like an elegant, party in the place. First, she didn't take her clothes off, then she did. I think really they was trying to get down to the truth versus shame her. Oh, men's got the popcorn.
But you know what, though, Diva? You know what? I mean, you can say that, though, but I think this. We can all, out of all fairness, they all act that way.
Yeah.
You know what? And then I think jealousy come in, and when they seen this lady come in, and they figured she was, if she was a stripper, that she's bringing more to the table than what they doing.
Hello.
And feel like infuriated about it. Just in my opinion.
She made $400,000 being a
$450,000.
Yeah,
$450.
Ma'am, take us out. What did you want to say?
Okay, well, I was trying not to be shady, but no. If Kenya had wore a thong to breakfast in the morning, y'all would be crucifying her.
Didn't she do that when she pretended to be Phaedra?
No. She wore a thong to breakfast while they were on that trip, and nobody is saying anything about it. They're shaming her because of her own behavior. Then she also talked about the other women's husbands wanting them. So you have to admit that this woman's behavior is why she's treated the way that she was. But that
Nina
wasn't why.
She was slow.
Hold on. That might be true. But
Nina said she was slow.
No, Nina said she was one of them. Nina said she was one of them babies.
Crack baby. She's a crackhead baby. That's what Nina said.
I'm not gonna say that. There is.
I said she might have been. I didn't say she was.
I didn't know Nina was still here. Okay, so what I'm saying about the colorism. Yes, this show has had colorism from the beginning. The cast was originally all light-skinned women. Charisse helped cast this show, but she had no intention of being on it. They needed Charisse because she was the only one that really had the Potomac lifestyle. Ashley kind of had money, but she wasn't in Potomac. So they needed Charisse, and it ended up destroying her marriage because she had to expose all of it. In terms of Wendy and her colorism claims, you have to admit, if Ashley, a light-skinned woman, is saying to Wendy, "You are ferocious," that's a term that is typically used for animals. How many times have you heard the term ferocious used for a human being?
Not many, at all. No, at all. You're right.
She called her aggressive. And we can even go back to New York. Ebony was sitting quietly at a table, going back and forth about education with Luann, while her white counterpart was saying, "You're a hoe, you're a hoe, you're a hoe, F you, you're a hoe."
Yeah.
And they let her go in the house and they said, "Wow, Ebony's aggressive."
So do you think you get better treatment
than colorism?
Do you think you get better treatment than Perry?
Oh, come on, Sharrell.
No. For real though. Out of all laughter, let him answer.
That's right.
Ramona is ferocious.
I mean, maybe from Gabor is nice to Perry, but
no. If me and you walked into a building, if me and you both walked into an elevator at separate times, that's all I'm saying. But it's one of those things when we talk about colorism and racism, it's gonna happen, and hopefully, like.
So you can't get into an elevator without Mims.
No. And if I was there, they're gonna clutch their purse because I'm there, not because of Mims.
Well, no, let me tell you this.
Somebody called me out.
I get it too. I was at Saks, and this lady I don't know what kind of car she had, locked her car door. I don't even know if she was shopping there. All she saw was me as a black man. So yeah, racism exists, but we're talking about colorism specifically. Yes. Yeah. And it can sometimes be micro. It doesn't have to be completely in your face. That's what I think people need to get across. It doesn't have to be bold. Sometimes you can do it and not even know. And if Ashley really wanted to know if colorism was a problem, she would not have shot the question down. She would have asked the question. Sharrell is always asking, well, can you tell me what you think? I want to hear your point of view because Sharrell really wants to know what you're thinking. Ashley shut it down because she knew that she was at fault.
Well, colorism go back and forth with both of them, Ashley and Candiace.
Exactly.
Candiace comes at Ashley all the time, and she body shames her, but she acts like she's jealous of Ashley.
And also,
but it's
children, and she has.
But that's the thing. That's another thing, though. Every time you say something. But that's another thing, though. Every time y'all say something about Wendy and Candiace, they have to be jealous of these light-skinned girls.
Well, no, you know what, the board. You know what, though? Let me ask you this, though, seriously.
Beauty or nothing, no.
I'm not going to say this, though, right? And we can talk about colorism, racism, and everything else. But one thing we know about the two we talking about, Ashley and Candiace right now, right? Mm-hmm. They married a white man. Would they have married a black man?
On the show are black.
Would they have? No. Would Ashley or Candiace have married a black man?
I don't think that Ashley would have married anybody without.
But no. So
it wasn't about color.
Okay, no. When you say colorist, right, as coming towards them, what are they putting out to?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
The color a whole white man as a husband,
but what does who they fell in love with has to do?
No, nothing, Gabor. That's just my point. That's just my point, Gabor. What I'm saying is, sometimes, even though it exists, it don't mean somebody's portraying you that way. It could be simply your actions.
Right.
People don't want to.
What I was saying is, you keep saying every time you talk about Mia or Candiace. I mean, every time you talk about Wendy or Candiace, you always say that they're jealous of the other girls. But
I think Gizelle
just because they're dark.
For personal reasons. I mean, they all got personal issues going on among the cast. I talk trash about Gizelle all the time, Robyn and all of them. So it's not like I'm just pinpointing.
But you never said that she was. But what I'm saying is, you never say that the light-skinned girls are jealous of them, even though they are.
Well, no, I do. I mean, look.
They arguing, Sharrell. No, what I'm saying is, I think Gizelle is jealous of Wendy because Wendy's educated with a PhD. Not everyone has a PhD. Only 1% of the population in the U.S. do. And also, she's married to a man who's equally as successful, and she's in a happy marriage with 3 children. She has.
I think Gizelle is jealous.
I
don't think Gizelle is jealous of nobody. She don't have that jealous streak in her. To me, you see how nonchalant Gizelle is. She don't care what she's saying. What she's gonna hide it.
Well, you know what though? In that,
she cares too much what people say or what they have. Just like she's not gonna own up to the fact that her husband is in debt with taxes. And Karen says, but that year you were married, you can be. She said, oh no. You know, everything goes off her shoulder.
That just means she brushes under the table, and she probably needs to see
she knows how to
probably needs to see somebody about that. We should know. That's another problem.
She needs to. I think she does. She has no emotion. And we as human beings are emotional people.
She got poker face.
Yes, she did last night. She did.
Yes, she did.
I don't hold on.
Because that was Karen and her children.
I don't believe that.
Mims, what you saying?
I do not believe that at all.
Mims.
Believe what?
I do not believe that Gizelle was just completely touched by that. Giselle is shrewd. What she was doing was she was actually applying that to what happened with Wendy. She was trying to say that Wendy was ignoring her child and she's the spawn of Satan for it. But this other woman who calls her an alcoholic, a drug addict, a broken down whore from Hampton University, asked her, well, is Jamal coming? And she said, that hurt me and that hurt my children when you asked about my husband or my boyfriend or whatever they are. Mm-hmm. But on this couch right now, Karen has never done anything to hurt my family. Yes. I'm gonna cry because she spoke to my children. First of all, if you think that there's any of these women that don't like you and that are gonna bring some negativity to your children, and you can't even have them inside your house to pee, you better not have your children around them because you might get stank face. Maybe Wendy had to pee. Yeah. Maybe Wendy had to pee.
Are you cash apping people? Someone said, "Can I just point out how much more credibility Mims was given in colorism because he is light?" Are you cash apping people?
No, I mean, like, Sharrell, light skinned people don't share their experience enough. Light skinned people don't share their experience enough with racism. That's the problem. We don't share enough. Like for me, one time I went to Louis Vuitton. I noticed a white woman walk in. She was helped immediately. I had to wait 10 minutes. 3 white people walked in after I walked in. They were helped immediately. I had to wait 10 minutes. I ended up not buying anything because I was so pissed off, even though I could afford it.
No, I get it.
That's what I told you.
It's a big conversation. It's a big conversation. And to be honest, it's uncomfortable. Sharrell's channel is fun. It's lighthearted. But we're here now because it's in our face and we can't get away from it. So we might as well discuss it openly. And if you have questions, ask about it. And then we'll let you know. Because everybody's experience is going to be different. My experience is different than Perry's.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I just feel as though sometimes dark-skinned women pull that card when they're up against when their back is up against the wall. Because Candiace wasn't calling colorism last year when they were attacking.
She sure wasn't.
Wendy when they were attacking.
Yes, they did.
When?
It was colorism called on Monique because Robyn had been in 2 altercations almost. And Monique had only been in 1. Now she's fired, and everything that happened to Monique, it was never a conversation.
Did Candice call it out?
It was Monique. They had a conversation.
I did not hear.
They had a conversation about. They had a conversation about colorism at the last reunion.
Mims, you gotta get
Wendy and Candice.
Mims, can I get some popcorn?
They said that Wendy and Candice were aggressive.
All right, look, guys, I got to end it here because I usually like to stick to an hour. Now my back's starting to hurt. I'm too old for this. Serious conversation. That I agree with you, Mims. Sometimes we have to have the conversation, and this was in our face. They were talking about it on the show. We can't act like they didn't talk about it on. So we have to come and give our opinions. I mean, it is what it is.
So what? Now I want to say this. What it's gonna do for me is go back to my little sisters and tell them I think you are saying you're talking about colorism when it comes to me because I'm the darker sister. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even dark like that.
Oh, Nina Thanksgiving gonna be lit.
No, I don't have Thanksgiving with nobody. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, baby. I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's a whole nother story.
New Year's, one of them.
That's an everyday conversation.
Christmas, Kwanzaa, New Year's. Anyway, we had this conversation. I think it was civilized. Everybody said what they had to say. Perry, you were a little too rough on Gabor, but that's usual. Diva made it make sense. Mims made it make sense. Kaomi came with the serious questions. Nina had a whole. There's too many. She had a whole notebook. And she made it make sense. You be breaking it down. And Lola, girl, you just the comic relief that don't nobody know because no one hears your comments but me, and I crack up.
I know, but can I say something? Kaomi's right too, though. We gotta admit, yes, people face colorism, yes, people face racism, but some people are not in the moment facing any colorism and will use that card. So she is right. Two things can be right at the same time. Okay.
Thank you, Todd.
We're not gonna act like that don't happen
either. All right. Thank you guys for calling in. We're gonna do this again tomorrow. This is crazy. We're gonna do it again tomorrow.
You got quiet.
Well, I was letting people. I really wanted people to talk and get their point across because me, Gabor and Perry, we have a platform every day, but you guys have to wait a long time to get in. I really wanted people to say what they had to say.
Right.
So yeah, that's why I got quiet. So thank you, Mims.
And sorry about that noise, y'all. Sorry about that noise.
Yeah, you good, Gabor. You good.
You good?
After you.
Right.
Gabor at work.
It did sound like you were running from the cops, Gabor, but that's another video.
I stole that bag.
All right. Thank you, Lola. Girl, you cracked me up. You were too funny. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Bye.
Nina,
What's
I love
happening
you
tomorrow?
to death. Thank you for even calling my show every day. I really appreciate
y'all.
it.
Yeah, bye, Nina.
What's happening tomorrow?
Okay, I don't know.
Bye.
We always do this every day. I don't know. Naomi, welcome to the family. We're a bunch of nut jobs, but we're opinionated. Thank you.
Yeah.
I've been watching.
Bye, Naomi.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, thank you.
Nance, the popcorn is killing me. Thanks for making it make sense. We appreciate it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Later, Mims.
Diva, I love you to death. Great conversation.
Thank you.
Bye, Diva.
Bye, Diva.
Bye. Okay. Woo. Gabor, thank you for making it. You didn't even have to show up.
Yeah, thanks,
I knew
Gabor.
you were busy. So thanks for
No
coming
problemo.
and putting Perry in check. Thank you.
No, but you know what, though, Sharrell, on a serious tip, I think it was a good conversation, though, because even when I go at Gabor, his opinion is just as valuable as my opinion. It's just different opinions from life, how we grow up and stuff. So it's just nice to get the opinions out there to talk about these things. But I do go back to I think whatever could be actually going on, you get to look at people's actions and they got to take accountability for it.
That's the best thing about our show, y'all. Me, you, and Gabor is we go there when others don't, and we had to go there today. All right, I wanted to thank everyone for your super chat. You don't have to support the channel, but you do, so I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Chat, thank you for being opinionated and telling it like it is and how you see it and how things look through your eyes. Callers, oh my God, every day, love you guys so much. We're out.
Yeah, we out.
Say it on 3. What should I play our theme song?
Why not?
What is that shit? I'm out.
Yeah, we out, people. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.